This shamanic medium beat addiction using ancient energy practices. Live Wednesday, November 19th at 5 p.m. Eastern. Marcus ChristoLight, 10 plus years of practice. On the House Mama Show, Unity and Community Podcast. From addiction to independence, habits and routines that heal. Hosted by Shannon Scott. Bring your journal. Ask Marcus live. Experience an energy clearing meditation. YouTube. House Mama Unity and Community. Don't miss it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the House Mama podcast. I am Shannon Scott. I'm the host of the House Mama podcast. This week on the podcast, we have my very, very dear friend and the producer of the show, Marcus, is going to be on. Last week, we did a recap. We took the week off, so we replayed the episode where we had Kevin Allen on the show. So Marcus is going to give us a replay of that right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 3. This week, we are going to be sitting down again with Lee Martinelli. She is an old friend of mine. We met in 1997 when we both were living in Italy. Our parents were stationed
Lee.
there. All right. Lee Martinelli, everybody.
Hi. Thanks for
Hello. Man.
Some of my first memories in life were of begging on the streets, living under a bridge, poverty, and the hunger.
It was even more lonely because, you know, you're the foreigner in the country. You know, you're going to a different country and submerging yourself in their culture, in their religion. I just wanted to go where I felt I belonged.
Right.
And I never felt like I belonged.
Yep.
So, and that, I guess, like that whole experience, it made me very open.
I don't run into many people, obviously, that have even traveled overseas, let alone lived overseas. And it's an entirely different life growing up. You know, a lot of people talk about how they went from, you know, this school to this school in their hometown, but we went to entirely different continents, whole different cultures, language, religion.
Stuff that we were doing in Europe was nothing compared to what was happening in the U.S.
Yep.
Here I am, very naive, just starting to become a teenager.
Yep.
I'm going to want to fit in. I'm going to be rebellious. I'm going to act out. School, you know, and then I was into my 20s and I started just getting really bad into drinking and drugs, and I ended up getting a DUI and a drug charge. So I got put on probation and put in drug court. And maybe a month later, I got into a really bad car accident because I was drinking and driving. And I ended up smashing into a semi-truck.
Where you see your life going from here, with everything that you know, everything you've been through, all this, you know, divine intervention, divine guidance.
Any part of my story can help someone. If it helps one person, then that's all I've done my job. It's okay to choose peace, love, and happiness, even after something horrible. It's okay.
I hope you truly understand, which I think you do, how special you are.
Thank
truly.
You.
All right. So that was our recap from when we had Lee on the week before last. Hey, Sally. Well, it's not Sally, but hey. So last week we did the replay with Kevin. And then the week prior to that, we had Leon. So that was the replay from Lee being on. And today, like I said, we have Marcus on. So without further ado, I introduce everybody again to Marcus. Hello.
Hey
so
there.
excited. I was waiting for the applause. Like, that's what I was waiting on. I feel like you deserve that in your entrance, you know, the big crowd applause.
Yeah, I'd say so. Can we get a round of applause, please? Can we please get a round of applause?
There we go. That makes me feel better. For some reason, I don't know why. I love it. All right. Oh, man. Yes. Oh, I'm glad to have you on. You know, legit this time, not just, you know, helping me out through that first episode. But I do appreciate it. So,
you know, it's an honor to share space with you, and I really appreciate you just giving me the opportunity to share and be a part of this with you again.
Oh yeah, I love everything you have to say. I love everything you do. So I want you on all the time. It's fine with me. All right, so I'm gonna start with that cliche, you know, the repeat phrase. Tell me what it was like. Tell me what happened, and tell me what it's like now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love this because I've been able to share my story in different ways throughout time. And this way in particular is the first time that I'm doing it in this specific way, where I'm going to be keying in on why patterns, habits, and routines have been big staples in the ability for me to overcome my addiction to many different substances, as well as my impulsive behaviors emotionally.
Yes.
And also just legal trouble and decision making that I got myself into with the way that I thought and walked my life. And it's pretty incredible, the things that healthy patterns, habits, and routines can do when it comes to our everyday life, and also our ability to transform, to transmute, and also bring our own internal support system to the changes and the experiences that we go through in this human journey while being in this lower density, which can be, I mean, let's be honest, man, it can be pretty hellish at times.
Yes. I love that you said that, though, to bring your own self. A lot of people, when they, you know, first get clean, they're really looking for some kind of outside support, which is obviously equally as important, but it's that inside love that really carries you through. So I love that. Well, it's a perfect show for you then.
A therapy point yesterday was speaking about how I desperately need a routine in my life. Oh man, this is a divine calling right now then.
Always. Always.
Well, you just get comfortable, you know, go get some tea, maybe a little bit of snack, whatever it is you feel, and enjoy this information, because I have a lot of wisdom to share, and it's going to be wisdom about how I went through my process of overcoming addiction. It's going to be the things that helped me reprogram my mind from the things that society had programmed into us. It's going to be the things that helped me obtain more of my own internal and spiritual sovereignty, or if you want to say, connected to my own internal Christhood with the spirit of source. And yeah, it's been such a blessing. So to begin with this journey here, I'm going to take us to about 2000 and let's say 2014. 2014, I am 19 at this time. And 2014, I started taking many different substances. These substances,
excuse me,
it ranged from ketamine to coke to Molly to mushrooms to LSD, alcohol. And not only was I doing these different substances multiple days a week, I was also selling them. And I began to not only go through addictive behaviors, but I was also exploring depths of my own consciousness too, simultaneously. And I was, wow, like really thinking about it. I was doing so many different things multiple days a week, and trying to function on that as well. And I will say, like, super dangerous situations too, like super dangerous. And I'm really grateful just to like be here today, not in that lifestyle.
Same.
For so many different reasons. So with this being said, my life was just like, it was just so chaotic and just ungrounded and unbalanced and things of that nature. And as I went on, I started to get into legal trouble. And this legal trouble ended up becoming drug abuse charges. So I'd go to jail for a couple days. And then it became me being on probation in 2 different counties at once at one point. And that's how bad it got for me. So with that being said, parallel in 2014, I had a good friend of mine that I was hanging out with about every day. And he was already a Reiki master. Not only was he a Reiki master, but he was also a shamanic practitioner.
Nice.
So something just naturally in my spirit gravitated to hanging out with him a lot once I started taking psychedelics. It was almost like I started connecting into that spiritual world, so to say.
Right.
And before this, before I took psychedelics and started doing these meditations and shamanic practices, I was just a typical American kid, you know, like I liked sports. I ate American style food. I didn't have like the awareness of like being vegan or any of the things that you see today that a lot of you guys know me pretty well and clear for. So what I love sharing about this is like, although I'm here now, you know, I've been this shamanic practitioner, consciously aware for like 10 years now. I've had a journey where, you know, I was eating the American diet and living the typical everyday American life. So going back into this, I started hanging out with this shamanic brother of mine, and he started introducing me to yoga teachers and other Reiki masters. I started learning how to use selenite and how to use selenite to clear energy fields. And he taught me Reiki as well. And I started learning about chakras, breath work, as well as just conscious manifestation as well. So then I started practicing with these practices. And what was really cool and what really kind of showed me some kind of early green flags about my spiritual path was that he was someone that wouldn't even allow people to practice on him, but he felt comfortable with allowing me to practice on him because it was like he already saw that energy field that I had, and he just wanted to help activate it, so to say.
Same.
So I'm super grateful. Like I always will be grateful for him in my life, because I didn't really ever have a mentor or like someone that kind of gave me guidance of my awakening or anything like that.
Right.
So I'm really grateful for that brotherhood I had with him. And while we were hanging out during this time, not only did he teach me Reiki and bring me into yoga, chakras, breath work, all of it, he also started introducing me to astrology and numerology. And on top of that, we'd also start exploring different diets. And this was what was very helpful as a part of developing new habits, patterns, and routines for me, was doing it with another person.
Yes.
So for me, in my beginning of my journey, and this is awesome, I've never been able to share this on a live or publicly with everything that I share and do. For me, in the beginning of my journey 10 years ago, it was largely because I had one other person that I would go through these changes and these experiences with, to see how we can evolve and grow together and explore different things. It was really cool. So we explored different diets with each other. We started doing vegetarian. We just slowly started eliminating dairy, red meats, things of that nature. Then we went pescatarian. So that was chicken, fish, eggs.
Yep.
And then after that, we would try out using like bison or venison meat, things of that nature. Then we even went and did Ayurvedic diet, and we did our like dosha, which is like the type of body type we have. And we went into the diets that we needed for our body types, tried that and experienced that. So I've tried and experienced like so many different diets, including vegetarian, vegan, raw vegan as well, on top of the Ayurvedic. And one thing I'll say that I really have a perspective of when it comes to diet is I feel like that is a very individualized relationship.
Yes.
When it comes to what kind of diet is supposed to be the healthiest for you. And the reason why I say that is because, oh my gosh, I mean, there's so many boxes that I could like check off of reasons why, but just a few of them is, well, number one, our genetics and our being and the way it's formed. You know, we're all going to have different genetics and properties of what we need the most of for the most efficiency. Number two is what we're doing in our daily activities. If I'm living a lifestyle where I'm always transmuting energy and have energy moving through me and helping people move with their fascia and release stored traumas and things of that nature, for me personally, I feel it resonates to keep my being as light as I can. So then that means the energy will be able to flow through me easy and not have an ability to stick to me so much when it comes to the energetics and the fat that it could stick to. Along with that, also core strength and like flexibility, agility, things that Bruce Lee always taught. Bruce Lee is one of my most favorite mentors in life. I love Bruce Lee. I have a book by him called The Art of Expressing the Human Body. It's actually right here, Bruce Lee.
Heck yeah. Oh, nice.
Bruce Leroy, as we call him.
Bruce Leroy.
The Art of Expressing the Human Body.
Nice.
And it has literally his handwritten workouts in here. And it's like one of the only books to ever have that. Here, I'll show you guys. It's pretty cool. But you can actually mimic his workout routines, or you can develop your own based off of his as well. It's pretty cool. It actually like really helped me break some plateaus on my own self when I studied him.
Yeah, when I was farming, I've noticed my entire everything that I need for myself now does not line up with what I needed for myself when I was farming. When I was farming, I was, go, hauling large animals. My need for intake was a lot higher. I needed much more protein back then. Now I actually just started about a week ago a all plant diet. I've completely eliminated meat. It makes me feel icky, makes me feel sick. Oh yeah. Oh,
right
what?
That is handwritten by Bruce Lee right there.
That is sweet. Yeah,
Right?
that's awesome.
So yeah, that's the book again for everybody that's just coming in. Bruce Lee, The Art of Expressing the Human Body.
You should send me a picture of that.
For sure.
I've been trying to figure out my own routine now after, farming and then dying and coming back to life. So trying to figure out what works now with my new body. So far.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing to talk about another time, is like how a lot of us are tuning into crystalline bodies.
Yes.
And that'll be another discussion, a whole nother time though. But
yeah,
there's some transformations we're going through right now, everybody.
Yes. It's very painful.
I'd love to address some of these comments.
Oh, I didn't see any. Oh,
Sally, I stopped eating meat a little over 2 weeks ago. Someday I will go vegan. I tried 20 years ago. It only lasted 6 weeks. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations on that. Yeah, I'm always supportive. So if you ever want to just follow me or just like find a way to have my social media, like I'm all over social media, you could reach out, ask for some tips, some meals, things of that nature.
Yep.
And I'll gladly share. I'm an open book. So,
Same.
You guys just be open in these comments. And it's a great space for a Q&A as well.
Yes.
While we're here, you guys can ask questions and we will gladly help you guys to the best of our ability.
Yes. Yeah. That excites me every time. Oh my gosh. I'm so easily irritated.
Thank you, Sally.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Is that King Tut?
Oh, I was like, what? More than likely, with you and I combined, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, I listen. You hear me?
Sally said.
Anytime I eat meat. Yeah, I'm the same way. I truly am. I don't enjoy the smell of it when I cook. I don't enjoy touching it. I don't like the way it tastes. It makes my stomach upset. And for a while, I thought I needed more meat because I was so used to needing excessive protein at the farm. And now I've just completely walked away from it. So they say anything dead, it's not giving you anything. It's giving you death. So that's why they say to eat live. Yeah,
and it's also giving you like the processed nutrition. So like a lot of people think like protein primarily comes from animals, but protein actually primarily comes from the plants and the grains and vegetables that they eat.
Yep.
So you might look at it like from the direct source of where that's really coming from, Yeah. Why do you think like the strongest animals on the planet, gorillas, ox, bison, cows, every single one that you can name, they eat what?
Plants.
Boom.
Yay. Oh, what?
Yeah. The thing with like meat is like, you got to think about number one, frequency.
Yeah.
Okay. If we're vibrational beings, do we want to consume something that's on the very lowest of the acidic scale?
Right.
Then number two, it's flesh. It's dead flesh. We're eating dead flesh from a living animal that was walking around with hair all over its body. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Then
To reiterate that the thought of meat makes me sick. No, seriously, that bothers me when I cook meat, look at meat, anything like that. Those are the
You
things
mean
that
to tell me at one time that thing was moving around his body consciously?
Yeah.
And it was also using the bathroom? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, there's too much to it. There's too much to it for me.
Yeah, I don't like it anymore either. It's been the best decision that I've made thus far.
But I will say, though, for everybody out there, I do not have any judgment towards anybody's diet preference.
Me either.
And for me, this is just my expressions of like literally how I actually feel at this point when it comes to this stuff, because I just feel it deeply, like it's different that I've learned a lot of science, and I've learned a lot about what causes disease in our human beings as a holistic practitioner. And there's just no sugarcoating it for me. There's no going back and like telling myself differently. Like, I'll give you guys an example in my current life before I go back into my journey. And my dad had a brain hemorrhage last spring. So not this year, but the year before, in 2024. And I was, basically became the guardian of my dad ever since. And there's a couple of things, man, going on. And, he was in the hospital. It got to a point where the doctor didn't have a solution to help his kidneys start to intake nutrition without throwing up, and to also get his blood pressure down to under 220 for multiple days. So I stepped in and I started doing Reiki on my dad. I'm a Reiki practitioner for everybody out there. I stepped in and I started doing Reiki on my dad in the middle of the hospital. Out of a last moment solution to help my dad survive. And I started doing Reiki on my dad. About 2 days after I started doing the Reiki, his kidneys started intaking nutrition and his blood pressure started to regulate. I did Reiki for 4 to 5 days, and then he was on his way to continuing to elevate in the way that he was supposed to progress. So there's that. And then I get him home, and when he's home, his nutrition that he was being given had ingredients like corn syrup solids.
Yes.
And it had like dairy proteins and stuff like that in it. And when you do research, you learn about the context of these things. You learn that it causes cancer cells. You learn that it also can clog up your bloodstream. You learn that it can also cause backing up and inflammation inside of your organs and body.
Yes.
And this was all happening in my dad. He was getting mucus extremely. He was getting inflamed. And I called the doctor. I told the doctor that I recommended that my dad needs to get, plant-based nutrition. The doctor, number one, had no education on nutrition. So he told me he had to reach out to a nutritionist. So then I wait for that. Then I speak to the nutritionist. She completely 100% understands what I'm saying. So I'm just like, here we go again. What's up with these doctors in the white jacket not having answers, not knowing things?
Right. That's all going to be changing.
We get my dad switched to plant-based nutrition formula. He starts to have no more inflammation, and he starts to eliminate mucus in his body. I'm just like, I'm just like, man, here I am. No college education, no guru guidance, out here doing these things. No medical advice, no medical guidance. 10 years of just spiritual initiation and holistic awareness of using holistic ways of life. And I literally helped my dad survive when he was about to die in the hospital, as well as help him be able to eliminate inflammation and mucus, which was stunning his recovery process, by switching his nutrition to plant-based. So I can gladly say today that my dad is on his way to now living a life where he is able to eat everything properly again.
Yeah.
He's no longer having to use a tube feed in his stomach for his nutrition, meds, and water.
Yes.
He's also taking his own meds. He's also at a point where he is able to use a walker and stand still without the walker and balance himself standing still.
Nice.
Which is a big achievement.
Yes.
And we're now going to get him training for walking on his own again.
That's
so
awesome.
These are all things that I, from start to finish, was the one to nurture and holistically repair my dad back. Not even back. I don't want to say back, because he's healthier than he probably has ever been in his life because of the lifestyle that he lived with his American style diet and things of that nature.
Right.
And now he's way more aware and has a way more cleansed out being.
Nice.
Due to this change and transformation that was helping him and guiding him through. So it was very life-changing to literally see my dad on the brink of death and be the one to step in, having the courage to just trust in my spiritual gift of Reiki energy to save my dad's life. And it was what saved his life last year. Pretty phenomenal, I gotta say. And that's just one of many testimonies around the world of what Reiki does, as well as plant-based nutrition. There's been people that have completely reversed cancer. There's people who have completely reversed different diseases by using juice fasting.
Yes.
It's pretty phenomenal.
I love it. It's very obviously, extreme, pulls at my heartstrings for my own life. So it's extremely important. It saved my life.
Yes. There's a lot more comments.
What was that? I didn't see.
So, gay hippie. Could you discuss how people of lower income who can't afford a healthy diet can maybe incorporate spirituality into their diet? I think the Dalai Lama even said that a Big Mac and a Coke can be holy.
Well,
I mean, so there's always something that, I feel like is always valid in this life, is that, we can always work with what we got. And when we got what we have, we use gratitude, we use unconditional love, and we give prayer and thanks for those things and what we can afford and what we can have on our plates.
Yes.
And with that, that purifies the energy of what it is that you're going to consume. Now,
yes,
you have to be reasonable, though. You have to know what you're consuming and what kind of properties it has, as in okay, if I'm going to continue to consume all of these, morphines, I know what morphine can do to you. Well, okay, I consumed a lot of morphine. No wonder why I'm feeling this way. You consume a ton of things that you've seen your family members lose their teeth from, and you start eating those things too, and that becomes a habit of yours. It's kind of no wonder why that happened. So, you got to be reasonable as well. When it comes to
important too. Because when you're trying to change your diet completely, it is extremely hard to just wake up one day and say no more. Especially when you are so used to eating fast food or, processed food, you actually get hungry more often. So a lot of times when people are saying, it's expensive to eat good, it actually really is not, because the better you eat, the less your body needs to eat. You're actually nourishing and feeding your body, as opposed to, stuffing it with preservatives and things that are going to make you hungry an hour after you eat again. So your body's not hungry because it needs, a Big Mac or whatever. Your body is hungry because you're actually not nourishing it. Yep. So even since I've started going completely plant-based over the past week, I have only eaten twice a day, and those are giant bowls of, Brussels sprouts, spinach, broccoli, and I don't feel hungry. It's not like prior, everybody knows I'd wake up in the middle of the night to eat. I've always been a sleep eater. I haven't even done that lately. So the amount of food that I need to intake has decreased, which means, you're not actually spending as much. So, and moderation, just like the Dalai Lama said, a Big Mac and a Coke can be holy. There again, it goes with moderation. If you're eating properly the majority of the time, then that Big Mac and Coke is not going to affect you as much as it would if you were eating that stuff every single day. And if you have the intention, and that's anything, that's what you put in your body or let out of your body, whatever your intention is, it's going to line up with that. So, yeah.
Well said.
Thank you.
And I will also say too, I want to give some perspective real quick, because this perspective change really changed the way that I was seeing things. So one thing about finances is sometimes we got to really take a step back and just kind of unfold and look from an observer perspective. Okay. What do my finances literally look like? And what I mean by that is, how much am I spending just by going to fast food in the first place?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna break this down real quick, especially in 2025. How much is it just to get a Big Mac and a Coke? And there is no just getting a Big Mac and Coke. No. And what I mean by that is, when you're getting that, you're paying at least over $6. I can guarantee you it's at least over $6 nowadays.
I think it's probably close to about 10 for a Big Mac meal now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So right there is the first thing to start dissecting if we want to actually give ourselves the opportunity for change.
Yes.
And this opportunity right now, where anybody that's listening, you can grab a journal. You can mark this period of the podcast to rewatch it. This right here is part of the reason why I was able to change my perspective and free myself from these kind of limitations that I thought I had.
Yes.
And when you learn to really break out of these patterns of thoughts, you start to realize how much more free you actually are, and how much more abundance and opportunity there is to experience, experiment, and explore.
Yes.
And there's so much, especially when you cook for yourself. So again, we get a Big Mac meal. That's gonna be roughly at least between $6 to $7 to $8 or $9, like somewhere in that range, $6 to $9, just for one of those meals. Now, how many times are we doing that, and how often are we going to get things? Right. Are we also going to get coffee every day?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
Tourism, yes.
No, wait, we're spending $10 on coffee a day.
Yes.
We're spending at least $10 on fast food a day.
Yep.
But we're talking about not having money to be able to eat healthy.
Yes.
Hold up, wait a minute. Aren't those only taking care of like single meals, single drinks? So if you go to the grocery store And instead of spending the money on those things, and you go and spend it on things like, you know, vegetables, salad, quinoa, lentils, rice,
Yes.
beans,
Yes.
soups, chilies, pastas. I mean, there's so many things out there that you can make yourself, you can go get. I
Yep.
mean, quite honestly, if we're gonna go out and get something to eat, why a Big Mac and Coke? You can
Yes.
get Chipotle for the same price or cheaper if you are gonna do that. So be
Yep.
reasonable about where it is that you're choosing to go get fast food. At this
Even
point,
Taco Bell, they have cleaner versions of, you know, tacos. Like, so yeah. Yeah. It's all a process. A lot of people look at it as, you know, I have to start tomorrow. I have to be on a, you know, immediately change everything. And that's typically where they fail. So it's a process. It's about, you know, exploring and eliminating as you're exploring. So
give yourself
then,
grace along the way too.
oh yeah, grace is huge, because then people mess up and then they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to, you know, go back to it now because I've already messed up. Hi, Barb. I love her. Yay. Yeah, people give up. You know, you beat yourself up for going to get a Big Mac and you think you're actually ruining your diet. That's why I hate the word diet. It's a lifestyle. It's a complete change of, you know, life. Oh, yeah. Are we going that deep?
Where do you guys draw the line at life? Wouldn't plants have consciousness? Oh yes,
absolutely.
That's a great discussion to bring up. Actually, thank you, Katie. So, yeah, here's the thing for me. I don't even think I mentioned anything about something being living or not living as a reason why I don't eat animals. But okay.
Yeah, I said about animals. Yeah.
So technically, if we want to be technical, plants are living and we eat them.
Yes.
But here's the thing for me. For me, it's not about if something is living or not living. It's about the sentience of it. Yes. It's about the karmic consciousness that is being carried within that being, as well as the nutritional facts and actual science of what is in it and what it can do for me. And also the metaphysics behind it as well. Because there's metaphysics encrypted within everything that we interact with and consume. And it mutates our DNA and it shifts our DNA and our whole entire emotional and mental processing as well.
Yes.
Now, we live in an era in 2025 where we don't live back in the day where our native ancestors were mainly eating crops and then hunting during the winter to get meat when it was their only way of life and survival.
Yes.
And while doing so, having ceremony and prayer and honoring each being that they would take the life of through sacrament. Now, you can't compare that to 2025, and I don't know why people do that. Because in 2025, we live in a time where, number one, we're not desperate to have to eat meat. Number two, we now have tons of science and medical facts that the human body does not process it well, and it causes stress and inflammation.
Yes.
It causes cancer cells as well.
Yes.
Then we also know the acidity of it on the acidic level of the scale, as well as the vibration density.
Yes.
And then to top it all off, go look at a factory farm and the way that they carry themselves through factory farms. That energy karmically is then being stored inside the tissue and the fascia and everything about that animal.
Yes.
And everything that they're witnessing consciously as a sentient being.
Yes.
And then the trauma that they go through and then leave their body with is left inside that for you to consume.
it's mass production in these farms. So they're not actually even getting to grow and develop properly, to even have any kind of nourishment in them, because it's a mass production and it's a mass push out of these animals. So yeah, I know that firsthand. So I farmed for 11 years, and we mass produced because we have to keep up with the amount that people are eating. So if people are eating, like not even satisfying themselves, food waste is huge in the United States. That means that farms have to keep up with that mass production. So the meat that you're getting, our farms, I will speak on our farms, we actually won awards for how healthy our pigs were when we pushed them out. We really, we spoke to our animals. We sang to our animals. We would let them out of the crates just to run. Hug them, lay with them. We were and my boss was the best farmer I've ever met in my life. Oh yeah, you see the need for that, eh? Yeah. We always have visitors. I don't know what else to do about it. Like, they're here. They just hang, man.
We're just letting go some old programming. That's all. Yeah.
You see, your screen keeps going in and out of focus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been doing it. Yep. It's always a visitor. They're just here, guys.
It's probably the elder shaman.
Oh, I don't know what that was. But yeah, plants take their vibration from the earth. So you're having plants that are actually very loved by Gaia, and that speaks in the way they grow, the way they nourish you. And that's still biblical, although I don't that's a whole other subject. But,
can I share something for perspective?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so think about this. It's one of my favorite ways I've ever described this. So Nikola Tesla says, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think of everything as energy, vibration, and frequency.
Mm-hmm.
So if our human being is a vibratory energy field, and that vibratory field is full of magnetism, and it absorbs and then mutates from what it absorbs and changes its frequency and everything of that nature. Okay, so there is also then a natural frequency that makes up our human frequency. Yes. That connects us to the earth. And that frequency is also embedded within everything that is grown from the earth.
Yes.
So if our body is the same frequency of the earth, and the things that grow from the earth are what have the nutrition and vitamins and minerals for the inner parts that even match, that make up your human being, I'll leave you there for that. So then add on to that perspective. So we probably have a natural resonance of frequency that keeps us healthy at least a balanced state.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we probably, if you think about the mathematics and science of a vibration field, if you would want that vibration field to be able to resonate and vibrate at a certain frequency or above that frequency, then that means you'd probably have to consume things that are of that frequency or above that frequency.
Yes.
In order for that to happen through simple math and science.
Yes.
So if we are in our everyday life consuming frequencies that are artificial, synthetic, which are very dense, very low, very not filled with light frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of that, we're eating ingredients and foods that are also artificial and synthetic. And then we're also eating density that is super dense and clogging and blocking us up from flowing with our energy and our physical activity for our body. And then we're consuming things like, say, fluoride. And fluoride is scientifically known to calcify the pineal gland.
Yes.
The pineal gland stores our main chemicals such as melanin, melatonin, serotonin, dopamine, which help us feel human and connected to our body.
Yep.
So then you add all these things together in everyday life, and that is the only thing that's being consumed through a organic earth body with an earth frequency. And we're not consuming anything from the earth that is of that natural frequency. What are we on the one-way track to then?
Right. Yep.
It's like a bridge. You think of a bridge, like a bridge made of steel. It needs what kind of compound in order to help it maintain its strength when being repaired? It needs steel or heavier and stronger than steel.
Right.
You can't put plastic in with a steel bridge and then expect that plastic to be what makes that bridge again. Yes. Especially when it starts getting used.
Yes.
So you think of that bridge, you can think of our cellular and biological system, and it's self-repairing.
Mm-hmm.
It also self-repairs. Like, guys, think about how blessed we are. Think about how amazing that is, that our body knows how to automatically self-regenerate and self-repair. All we have to do is stay out of the way and do things that vibrationally help it maintain its residence.
Yes.
And eliminate the things that don't. So elimination, you can give yourself grace, work step by step with eliminating. For me, it started with heavy red meats. Mm-hmm. I eliminated heavy red meats, but that means I still ate chicken, I still ate turkey, I still ate tuna, I still ate fish, I still ate bison, I still ate venison. And then I just slowly started eliminating, trying out and experiencing other things as well in the meantime. So then I was reprogramming myself and finding new ways to substitute those frequencies with a better frequency.
Yes.
So the key with that too is experiment, explore, while slowly eliminating. Mm-hmm. And then it'll feel like you have a foundation underneath you while you're going.
Yeah. It's a process. Nothing in the grocery stores is real. You're not going to be able to find anything nutritional in the center aisles. I always stick to the outside aisles when I go. You're eating nothing but plastic and processed apps. It's not even food. I wonder if it's even meat at this point. So it shouldn't have the color that it has. Well, it shouldn't look the way that it looks.
Oh, so gosh.
It shouldn't smell the way it smells. It shouldn't taste the way that it tastes. And right there is your biggest amplifier to really focus on, your nutrition.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So the exploring of the diets and learning these holistic practices or shamanic practices. Oh, it's interesting. My screen's like...
It's been doing that the whole time.
It's getting more intense, I feel like.
Yeah. It has been. It paused you, and then it had you frozen. And
I was kind of like lines in the back going.
On your side?
It's kind of like a little black.
I can see it focusing in and out, but I don't see the black lines on my side. I'm not surprised. It doesn't end. We just welcome them. They have stuff to say, is all it is. Oh, They don't ever give you a break, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So yeah, I was with my buddy John back in like 2014 and then 2015 as well. And that was when I started learning the Reiki, the meditation, the chakras, and I started experimenting with the diets as well. And I will say, this learning about the chakras was everything for me.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because once I learned about what the chakras were and how they connected us to our mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being, I was just like, wow, okay. So I started practicing chakra balance meditations, as well as doing breath work with the chakras and Reiki as well. And I did start noticing that I became less impulsive. I noticed I started to balance my anger a lot more. I noticed I was becoming a lot more mentally clear, and I was feeling more centered inside myself in my daily basis.
Same.
So as that started to progress through chakra balancing and intentional meditation, I had then started to build routines with this. And the routines were super key for me. And the reason why I like routines, because routines to me are ways to, number one, be intentional with your day. Number two, to carve the way that you would like the universe to basically conspire your reality based off of what is at the core of who you are. And with that, it also is reprogramming you. You know, this is some of the biggest keys to reprogramming your being. If you're someone that likes to study the subconscious, or you like to do shadow work, you like to study reprogramming the mind as well. You know, these are things I teach my clients through my life guidance sessions, and I help many others with as well at my retreats and in other spaces like expos. And the routines, to me, they are able to set a foundation for you. And with that foundation, you're able to basically start building off of that foundation on the way it is that you would like your day and your life to be built off of.
Yes.
And when you have these routines, the universe, as time goes on, more and more begins to form your outer world based off of these routines.
Yes.
And then through these routines, you can start attracting different relationships, different people, different resources, different opportunities, different lifestyles.
Yes.
Because you're now embodying and manifesting more and more of that energy field into your existence. And when I started doing these routines, like chakra balancing before I got out of bed, 10-minute meditation on YouTube, I would start doing affirmations to start reprogramming my subconscious psyche, because that's a super key thing as well. Reprogramming your subconscious psyche.
Yes.
So if you don't know what's in your subconscious, if you don't know, you know, the kind of vibrations, the kind of thought patterns, the kind of mentalities that are in your subconscious, then those can leak into your everyday conscious reality, and you could unconsciously not even be aware of it. And then it can form toxic patterns, toxic manifestations,
yes,
attractions to relationships that you don't want, as well as habitual behaviors and addictions as well. And it's all could just because we need to clear out our subconscious center.
Yes.
And for everybody out there that is tuned in, I see that we have quite a few here. Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you all. Does anybody in the comments know what the subconscious is and what reprogramming the subconscious is? I'd love to see if anybody in the comments knows. And how about you, Shannon? Do you know?
I have the gift of wisdom. I know anything I need to know. But literally.
Mm-hmm. You're the oracle over there. We'll see if anybody knows.
There it is.
I'll drink some tea to that.
My cafe.
Anybody? Going once.
Anyone?
Going twice.
You're like, we came here for you to tell us.
Going once. Going twice. All right. Okay, so the subconscious, just to like briefly touch on it. The subconscious is basically like the energetic blueprint that captures the information and the energy and codes that we experience through our conscious existence.
Yes.
Our conscious existence is also known as, you know, the cortex, I believe.
Frontal
the frontal cortex.
Yeah.
Which is associated with the third eye chakra.
Yes.
So our conscious perspective, it receives, it absorbs, and experiences energy and information. And then it takes it in, and then the subconscious basically acts like a container, and it holds and contains the energy and information that we absorb into our field.
Yes.
And then what happens is it's supposed to just naturally filter through you, and what resonates stays with you, and it helps your experience. And then what doesn't resonate for you, you just naturally release and let go through your toroidal field. But since we are these living beings with a auric field or a toroidal field or an electromagnetic field that is in motion in living moments, that means there's spiritual maintenance we got to do.
Yes.
Which is we got to keep our centers clear.
Yes.
We got to keep the column that allows the energy flow for us to flow properly. And it's also our meridian centers, as well as our blood flow, and all of this is connected to our electrical system.
Yes.
So if we have blockages in this, then what happens is when we absorb energy, it can then start sticking to us, into our fascia.
Yes.
If you guys don't know what fascia is, look up fascia tissue. It absorbs the energy and information, then it stores into our being, and then it can cause disease and blockages.
Yes.
And then what happens is those memories stick to us as well. And then we continuously experience those memories and energy over and over. So one of the keys was learning about all of this and the importance of chakra balancing and spiritual maintenance of clearing my auric field. So I started doing the affirmations, the meditations, the chakra balancing. I started practicing yoga, breath work. I started cleaning up my diet. And I just started really naturally becoming more and more grounded, more and more soft with my energy, more and more feeling at total peace within myself.
Yes.
Mentally. And keep in mind, before this, I was someone that was living very impulsively. I was doing many different substances, multiple days a week, ketamine, coke, Molly, alcohol. I was also selling, and I was living an impulsive lifestyle. And then getting to this point through the story of inserting these practices into my life, I started to become kind of what you see today, where people know me as the most grounded person they've met. the most slowed down and critical thinking person that they've met, most open-minded, open-hearted person.
Yes.
So it's a big difference of who I was before these practices and ways of life were inserted into my life. And I started building new patterns, habits, and routines. I also have what I call the 3 keys to reprogramming. And that first key is intention.
Mm-hmm.
Our intention is going to be the core and the foundation of keeping the energy living and alive.
Yes.
That is supporting the transformation. The more intentional we are, the more we're using our heart, the more we're using the spiritual energy of life to make sure that what it is that we are intending for is able to exist and have living energy for it.
Yes.
So intention, and then consistency. Consistency doesn't mean going the largest every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency can mean taking the smallest step each day, but knowing that you did it each day, even if it was for 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes, and then back to 2 minutes.
Yes.
You did it every day, so that kind of consistency. So you have intentions, consistency, and then repetition. Repetition is going to condition you to what it is that you want to be programmed to as your natural conditioning of your subconscious when it comes to the way that you have patterns and habits, especially moving through triggers, moving through change, going through circumstances, and experiencing everyday life. And that's the thing, is like, this is also preparation. This is putting on what Kevin would say, that spiritual armor.
Yes.
Where you're ready to go for the day because you know that you're in the 3rd dimension, and you know that there's polarity at play, and you know that there can be any life circumstance at any moment in this free will planet.
No doubt.
Good. If I know that I get triggered a lot, if I know that I can get triggered, if I know that I'm about to go to a family member's house that's triggering, or I know that I'm about to step up on a stage that's going to be triggering, are you prepared for that? And that's what all this is right here. These patterns, habits, and routines, they prepare you for life. They prepare you for the highest stressful moments, the highest triggers, so that you can have internal peace.
Yes.
You can have connectivity to feeling grounded and safe within yourself to move through the experiences.
Yes.
Ooh.
I was in that. I was like, yes. I was hearing you. I was like, you needed the, I swear, I didn't even realize you stopped. I was just waiting for the next word.
Wow.
Yes. I love channeling. I love channeling. It's so powerful. Oh my gosh. You learn and you teach, and it's just a beautiful thing. I kind of know changing your thought pattern. Right.
Tell us about it, Kristen. I'd love to hear more about that in the comments. Feel free to put more about it.
Yeah.
We're always here to be a student as well. We're students with you guys.
I tell people that all the time. Maya Angelou is subconscious is ego and reprogramming is by silence.
I would say subconscious is ego.
Yes.
I wouldn't say reprogramming is by silence. Reprogramming is by every moment of experience. That is reprogramming you. So every single moment that you're experiencing is reprogramming you.
Yes.
So whether it's silent, loud, because you got to think about it, like, what does silence have to do with you going through a trauma conflict? And then that trauma conflict reprograms you and conditions you. That's definitely not silence. That's the opposite of silence. So
it is. However, remaining silent in your own mind helps you with that reprogramming. Because if your mind is screaming just as loud as the trigger or trauma in front of you, it's going to be impossible to reprogram because you're actually just feeding into the cycle. So you're not reprogramming, you're reliving it. I personally have spent a lot of time in silence the past 2 years. I was called to. So I really do believe in the importance of silence because of that. Your silence has to be louder than what you're being faced with. Yeah, I truly believe that. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, because subconscious is ego. A lot of people don't really understand what ego is. I tell people all the time, you have to meet me after your ego death because I'm not going to make sense to you before that. I had a very brutal ego death.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So ego is not just, how's my outfit or, is my makeup on point or, what do I look like physically? Ego is so much deeper than that. Ego is even in how you respond to what other people are doing. That's a trigger. It's triggering your ego. So it's not about in what people are saying to you. It's about in your response to that. So yeah, reprogramming does come with silence of the mind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I will say, like, silence is like a great environment, like a great way of being able to assist your reprogramming.
Yes, very much so.
But reprogramming in itself is way more expanded and complex than just silence, for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That was a good combo right there.
Yeah, no doubt. I love that. Yay.
I actually have a poem about silence. If you guys are open to it, I'll grab it and read it to you guys if you want to hear it.
What if someone says no? No, I'm just kidding. Read it. I want to hear it. Oh. I love that you asked for permission. It's something I've talked about. I very much have been focusing on asking for permission, but that was just funny. I couldn't give that up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
In the meantime, we'll take a commercial break.
Step into 2026 with intention and sacred purpose. Join ChristoLight Healing and Wellness for a transformative 3-day New Year's retreat at the historic Apple Butter Inn in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. From December 31st through January 2nd, immerse yourself in cacao ceremonies, healing gong baths, and conscious manifesting workshops led by renowned practitioners Sadhanam Singh, Jesse Thomas, Katrina Durant, and Empress Dawn Faya. Enjoy live music by Shy Brown and Evan Sturgeon while nourishing your body with plant-based meals and resting in luxury rooms with fireplaces and memory foam beds. This is your safe space to heal, connect with soul family, and consciously celebrate the new year.
And welcome back from that commercial break. All right. Hit me with it.
I hit you with the Macho Man voice. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, Mean Gene.
Man, that's not weird that you say that.
All right, here we go. Let me put some very backgroundish music on and make it all epic for you guys too. So this poem is about silence. It's so funny that this came up. This
Is it
poem I
funny?
wrote.
Cool.
So I wrote this poem in 2017 while I was in prison. So I was in a prison environment in raw emotion when I wrote this poem about silence. So silence can be peace. Silence can be torture. Silence can be healing. Silence can be damaging. I'm sure there's more to what silence can be to us as human beings on Earth. These are what come to the mind for me from the get-go. Now, I will explain with reason why silence can be each of these four to us. Silence can be peace. Peace because some of us have inner peace within us that does not want to be bothered, or it brings a time of total focus without disruption to us. Silence can be torture. Torture because some of us have internal conflicts that we don't know how to sit with and battle with. Thus, it drives us crazy. Also, for those who feel like they need attention or can't be still and quiet, this may apply. Silence can be healing. Healing because it can be therapeutic for those who never get to experience it with busy lives. Almost a sigh of relief. For those who have the knowledge of how to draw in healing energies during the silence, it can be like bliss. Silence can be damaging. Damaging because sometimes there is nothing more painful than your loved one being silent toward you when something is wrong, or it can create mixed signals. Silence can reflect what actions or words you committed towards another and show the damage to both. Silence can be peace, torture, healing, damaging. Oof, man, it's been a while.
I love that.
Yeah.
I went 10 different places and you said that. Yeah.
I haven't written poetry in a while, but
Same.
poetry, oh, I used to get so deep in my poetry.
Me too. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Silence is golden. Silence is a very beautiful thing. Silence is when you're gonna, it's where you hear. It's where you have your biggest ability to listen. I still sit in silence pretty much all day, every day. That's where I get to sit with my home, my family. That's where I get to sit with the old versions of me that I release. Silence is a beautiful thing. I used to drown it out. I used to be afraid of silence. I couldn't handle, which I know a lot of people deal with. You can't handle what's going on in your head. So you opt to drown it out. I got very comfortable sitting in silence. So it's a necessary, in my opinion, and it's a very beautiful thing. Very beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold now. I got a visitor. I love them so much. I needed them.
Yeah. So I will say, silence has been great for me as well, in the ways of being able to hear my own intuition. Like
Yes.
in the times where I just feel like maybe I'm just overwhelmed or congested with energies in this outside world, to be able to just get into that silence when all that's happening,
Yes.
I feel like it's just one of the best feelings in the world.
It's the only thing that regulates your nervous system. Your nervous system is like electricity. I tell people that all the time. When you are constantly making electricity fire, it's not for nerve regulation. I know a lot of people really truly believe, which I don't agree. I love music. A lot of people say, music saves me, or I always keep the TV on. All of those things are going right in your ears, directly affecting your nervous system. If you are very true about your healing and wanting a regulated nervous system, you have to learn to sit in the quiet. If not, all you're doing is flinging water on electricity. So music is very healing, don't get me wrong, but it's a distraction from end game healing. So
yeah, that's right. Shadow work. Gotta do shadow work.
Yes.
Gotta reprogram. The things that we've talked about in this episode, like, these are staples to transformation,
Yes.
to awakening, to ascension. If you're someone that is feeling called to that or is preaching that as well, we want to make sure that we're embodying what we're preaching as well.
Yes.
There's a lot of knowledge out there, and there's a lot of TikToks, and there's a lot of social media, and sometimes things may present themselves on the surface.
Yes.
But then when there's actual experiences, triggers, life circumstances taking place, that surface then becomes a different mask, so to say.
Yes.
So that's why it's important that we are taking accountability of our mind, body, emotions, what it is that we are carrying in our energy field,
Yes.
what it is that we're not addressing when it comes to our own shadows, and remembering that, it's a part of the journey and we all do this together.
It's so much fun.
And just like Shannon says, we're all walking each other home.
Hey! Oh, it's so true. So
That's
true. Home. Yeah, okay. Clearly it's retrograde, okay? Because I'm real in the heart. I've been sitting with them all day long. No, actually, they've been sitting with me because I needed home. Yeah. And I've never shied away from the fact that abandonment was my biggest trauma. And I still am clearing that every retrograde. So I did today too for about the first 5.5 hours of my day.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love it though. And I truly do. I look forward to retrograde for those exact reasons. Please show me what I might not see, because prior to any kind of healing, most people have narcissistic tendencies because they actually don't see what other people are saying to them. And retrograde is extremely important because it still shows you where you're hurting, and it's not to make you hurt. It's to show you what you need to detach from, what you need to heal, who you need to forgive. I needed to forgive people that I felt had abandoned me because I didn't realize that they just had their own problems, their own lives, their own things going on. And I actually never reached out for the help. So it was like, I just assumed that, my friends would, jump in when they didn't even know that there was an issue. So I was creating an abandonment trauma with people that didn't exist because I was not reaching out because of my fear of abandonment. It's such a cycle. That's why I love everything that has been discussed in this show today. There's things even I needed to hear clearly. I'm pretty open though. I don't hide much.
Yeah. Hey, me too. These reminders, especially being a channel, or I should say a aware channel, because we're all channels in different ways. And a little bit about fun fact about that is, so 2015, during that whole time period of things, I just
need you to hold on a second and remember this time and you just went from this side of the screen to flipped to the other side of the screen like that. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, that's funny. There's some portal things going on.
Yeah, always. I love them.
There's some twos in the room as well.
Some what?
2.
Oh, yeah.
2 viewers, 2 likes up there.
Naturally.
So, man, I don't even remember what I was talking about now.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't either.
No worries. It'll come back.
Will.
It'll come back in a moment.
Oh, it was retrograde. You were talking about retrograde.
Was I?
Yes. Or I was talking about retrograde.
What?
Oh my gosh. Oh, man, I needed this today. Jeez Louise. I'm telling you, if you can make me laugh, it's over. It takes me right out of everything that I'm dealing with. I love it. Man.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Oh, yes. Okay, now I remember. So, I consciously became aware of my psychic mediumship abilities back in 2015, in that same period of everything that I've been sharing. And this happened through automatic writing while I was in jail. And I was in jail, and I was the only person up in my whole pod. And I'm sitting on my rack, and I just read a book about this guy who's got a radio show, and he does psychic readings on the show. So I read the book, then something inside of me tells me, hey, if this guy can do it, I think you can do it. So I was like, oh, okay. And I just followed that instinct. So I sat there with a pen and a pad of paper, and I just like mentally let go of my hand, and I just let it sat there limp, basically holding the pen. And then next thing I know, I felt a force of energy begin to start to move my hand and write for me.
Yes.
And this is like first time ever experiencing something like this before, sitting in jail. And I just mentally and intuitively start asking it questions. And it turns out that I end up connecting with my dad's uncle. And he even told me the year he passed away, his name. And then when I got out of jail the next day, I asked my dad if he had an uncle with that name and if he passed away in that year of 89. I'm born in 95, so I never met this uncle before. I don't even know anything about him. And my dad said that was right. So I'm just like, yeah, okay. So that was when I discovered my first mediumship abilities. And then I started channeling different spiritual guides, like the Great Mother Sekhmet from Egypt.
Yes.
Oh gosh, man. Isis. Anubis.
Yes.
And archangels, Archangel Michael.
Yes.
Yeshua, Christ, Mary
Yes.
Magdalene.
Yes.
Started channeling all these different beautiful beings.
Yes.
Kuan Yin, dragon energies, fairies. I mean, it's like mermaids, Lemurians, Atlanteans, like just so much cool stuff. And 2015 was also when I discovered my starseed origin. And I was receiving a Reiki session. And while I was in the Reiki session, I didn't even set the intention for it. But I was in the Reiki session, had my eyes closed, just focusing on meditating basically. And next thing I know, in my mind's eye, with my eyes closed, I see a standing lion humanoid.
Yes.
And I connected with it, and it like just telepathically communicated with me while I was in the Reiki session.
Yes.
And then at this time, this is when I started to learn about what starseeds were. And I started to like explore, you know, like Pleiadians, Lyrans, reptilians, all this stuff. And then next thing I knew, I saw this lion humanoid come into my perception. And that was when I came into a remembrance and an activation that I was a Lyran starseed. Then ever since then, I've been just really activating more and more of that potential inside of my human, and have really been understanding also what that means and why we're here and how we've got here and what's going on and what's happening outside of what society's trying to tell us.
Yes.
And wow, that's a whole journey in itself as well.
Was the lion you channeled wearing blue?
What's that?
Was the lion that you channeled wearing blue?
I can't really tell you. I'm not sure. I never paid attention.
One wearing a blue top, gold chains around its neck.
Oh, wow.
What?
See, that kind of reminds me of this image I've seen of a Lyran, and he has like his blue main shirt.
Yeah.
And then he has this like kind of like royal robe.
Yes.
Kind of like over the shoulder, over the back a little bit. And then
I've
it has
seen
like
a circular, it's got like a round on the chain.
Oh, interesting. Okay, we're digging into some things now.
I can't help it. I can't stop it. I can't control it. It's right here behind me. I literally can't.
Right here
Yeah, we start
behind me.
talking about things, especially when I have that same connection with the same star family as you. Yeah, they start coming.
Oh,
So yeah.
Lions.
And I haven't actually talked openly about that since our session. I haven't told anyone.
Oh, here they come.
They're here. There's another one in yellow.
They're coming.
Yes. Yes, we are. Yeah. There's quite a few of them. The one in blue came first. The one in yellow.
Wait a minute, Shannon. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
How did you discover that you were a Lyran?
They told me.
Wasn't there like some type of session you had with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I haven't talked about this yet. I'm like, it has. Like I tell everybody all these things about me. Yeah, I have not openly discussed that session yet.
Uh-oh.
It's very difficult. It's not difficult because I worry about what other people are going to think. I am well aware that it's 100% real. I do it.
Ooh, my left foot is tingling.
Your what is?
My left foot. Interesting.
Yeah, that's funny because it's right here on my left-hand side, the one in blue. Yeah, it's right here. It's got a crown on too, so it's probably what sits next to me on my throne.
Oh,
because that's exactly what I saw in that session.
Kicking in.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the session with Marcus. I had my past life regression. Excuse me. I was aware of quite a few things about myself. It was just given to me. So most of the session, I was glad to go home and see them. But I was unaware of my star lineage. I had absolutely no idea. I knew I was old as time. I had absolutely no idea what planet, how old, and the amount of royalty that I knew how much royalty there was, but I had actually never seen it. So I was able to see myself, my throne. I am royalty. I am extremely powerful. And I was sitting next to my king, and I got up and I had people all in front of me needing my help, and which I very, very gratefully and graciously gave. And then I got up from my throne and I walked away. And as soon as I walked away and then entered the next place I was different. I looked different. That's when I started to take my human form. I've always been a female. I've always held a human form except for my Lyran lineage. Aside from that, I was always basically looking the same. Man, it's crazy when you know these things about yourself. They gave me these things. I never asked for this. I never searched it. I knew nothing of any of these things. Nothing. Clearly I was always like, oh, aliens exist. But my idea was the same as everybody else's, where I just saw grays. Now I actually work with, mantises, reptilians, wolverines. Being able to actually see it though. Wow. Yeah, I didn't go on the search. It was never anything that I had studied. To be honest with you, I always kept it very quiet. I just thought I had really strong intuition about other people. And I thought that I was insane. And that's 100% all it was. I thought I was crazy. Until I had that surgery last February, and I came out of that surgery and it was like I was bum rushed with prophecies. I'm sorry, it was actually prior to that surgery. I was really struggling, and one of my guides was a good friend of mine, and I actually went to visit someone that he knew so that I could figure out what was happening. And this person introduced me to my ancestors. And that's when I met my great-great-grandmother, who was also a mystic. She was a mystic and she was incapable of practicing because it was so taboo. And a friend of mine who is also a mystic, she's an oracle, she had to actually remove that attachment off of me. My great-grandmother was attaching to me, living vicariously. It was causing me a lot of physical pain in between my shoulder blades and my heart. And I'll never forget, I could see her standing at the oracle cards, crying. And I understood when she was removed off of me, she was then released from the shackles that held her. And I love her very much. I could cry in this exact moment right now. I watched her cry. The friend of mine, Chloe Ness, She removed the attachment from me, and Chloe and I both saw her standing at those oracle cards crying. And that pretty much set everything in motion for me at that point. I had absolutely no idea what was happening to me. I just know that I was having premonitions. I was speaking with and seeing them. I can describe them. I know their names. I know things that they say to people. Yeah, so I was really thrown into this, and it was absolutely terrifying for me. Terrifying. And that's why I still struggle now with speaking about these things. Obviously, I'm very open about the fact that I'm a mystic, but I still struggle heavily with speaking about who I am and what I'm capable of. So, and it comes from that ancestral hush. So, and the fear around it, a lot of people don't understand. There is so much fear when you are not connected to people that are in tune and conscious, and then all of a sudden you're in tune and conscious. It is absolutely terrifying. All my friends thought I was insane. Some of them still do think I'm insane, and I've actually lost some friendships over it. I had to learn a lot over this past 2 years, and man, I'll tell you what, 2 years went like that. I just got wholly lost, and I have absolutely no idea what I was saying. I love it here. So, yeah.
Hey, thank you for all that. That was wonderful.
That session was wonderful. The session was, why am I choking on air? The session with you was wonderful. I felt the energy block. This is where I had the biggest energy block, was in the left-hand side, my throat, shoulder, chest, shoulder blade. And I was having a hard time. I kept getting terrible pressure in my head, pressure in the nerves in my head, which would then put pressure on my eyes and make it hard for me to breathe. And that was all because I was incapable of moving the energy through my body because I had so many energy blocks. And as soon as you release those energy blocks, I have not had pressure in my head, not one time since then. On my eyes, I can actually literally feel it flowing through me. Good, bad, it doesn't matter what I'm going through. Because, obviously you're still going to have things come up. That's life. But I have felt myself capable of, feeling that energy flow through me like water, and not getting stuck, not causing, me to tighten. That was the last bit that I needed to finish healing. So, yeah. I can't believe we've talked for almost 2 hours.
Heck yeah.
How? I could go. I could keep going too.
Been a great episode.
Yeah,
And,
it has been.
that's very valuable what you just shared, because it's a living testimony of how these practices can help us.
Oh, yes.
And, it's really amazing just how efficient and effective Reiki and other practices are as well, when you think about it from the standpoint of how long it takes for us to typically address something that we're dealing with, if we do it from a artificial or from a Western medicine type of fashion, compared to where we just go lay on our Reiki table, have a session for an hour at the most, and we release all that emotional trauma, release all of those blockages that we are carrying with us.
It truly
just within that hour.
People just think that they're, and I get it, it's terrifying. People think that they have too much trauma, it's too deep. And, I've been in therapy for 15 years and it hasn't helped. So how is one, Reiki energy session going to help? Gone. you will still have, the memory, but I'm telling you, it releases the energy trapped from that memory. It releases it, gone. And you are so capable of being faced with that emotion, that trauma, that memory, that reminder, and not losing yourself in the process, because the energy of the emotion can freely flow through your body. It's an extremely beautiful thing. I've been healing for 2 years, and almost 2 years. And that was the last thing that I needed. And I just wide open.
Mm-hmm. And you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Something. Oh no. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
But there is something I definitely want to make sure I highlight and emphasize for everybody out there before we end up closing this podcast at some point. Number one, please use your discernment.
Yes.
Please use your discernment on the type of energy practitioners and type of people that you are involving yourself with when it comes to energy exchanging. Please discern that for yourself. Please, please, please.
And if you are incapable of discerning, you feel more than welcome to get a hold of myself or Marcus. But obviously he's going to be one of the people that I'm going to refer you to for energy healing. So yeah, always make sure. Yeah, I love you said that. Sorry, go ahead. What's 2?
Yeah. just to kind of even just go off of the first one, a good key or good gem for helping you be able to know if you're discerning something is, do you feel dense energy from the person? Do you feel like maybe they're a little bit controlling? Do you feel that they're maybe a little bit aggressive about getting you to have a session with them or things of that nature? Also, too, are they focused more on the money aspect of it, or are they focused on what your intention is and the compassionate connection that they're having with you?
Yes.
And then also, too, part of discernment is not ignoring your intuition and your red flags.
Yes.
Trust what you feel and know that there are more options out there and that there is always another time to do something as well.
Yes.
If they ever try to put you in a situation where you feel like they're the end all be all, that it's life or death if you do the session or not, that your ancestors are going to do something, those are all signals and signs to look for as red flags.
Yes.
And then lastly, notice how you feel afterwards.
Yes.
Notice how you feel. Now, it is one thing to go through a purge.
Yes.
But it's another thing if you feel like you became more depressed, you became drained or more saddened afterwards, and you continue to afterwards. Those are also things to look for.
You have no clarity. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there was one other thing as well that I wanted to share regarding that as well. Oh, and it's, are they leading you back to the empowerment being within your own hands and within your own self?
Yes.
Or are they making you feel like a victim that has to come to a guru in order to heal, and that you have to keep coming back to them?
Yes.
That's something to look for as well. There's a difference between, being used.
Yes.
And there's a difference between, assisting and then also empowering. And that's a key point is, are they empowering you? Are they empowering you to, in your everyday life, where they're not going to be with you in a part of your everyday life, are they helping you understand how you can take these tools and use them yourself?
Yes.
And that you are the one that's responsible for your own healing, and that you're the one that heals yourself.
Yes.
So those are some keys to kind of look out for when it comes to who you're interacting and exchanging with. And also, along with that, try not to get caught up on destinations. I call it destination mindset, where we think that the journey ends because we hit a plateau, or we think that we become a permanent, stable being because we feel stable in this moment. We have to remember that we are in a living existence. So in this living existence, there's a vibratory field that is continuously in motion in every moment. And it fluctuates from experience to experience in our daily life.
Yes.
So with that, that means you could heal one aspect of yourself, but then tomorrow you can go through a trauma that now sends you into a different aspect where you now have to heal that.
Yes.
So just keep in mind that your vibratory field is always in motion. Even once you get yourself back to what we call a balanced or a wholeness state, there are still experiences, conflicts, and energy that we're experiencing in our everyday life. So just don't get on that external comfort and stay there.
Yes.
Now, internal comfort is what you want. But on the external is meant to change. It's meant to evolve. It's meant to grow. So with that, we got to know that on the outside, there's going to be growth, change, and that's part of the universe.
Yes.
But inside of us, that is where we stay stable and have that inner peace.
Yes. Yes. That's so important too. There's some very dangerous people in the energy work just as much as there is in modern medicine. Western medicine. You just be careful. And if you don't know, find someone that you trust. I will never, not in any way, lead anyone ever wrong. Ever. So I've been very, very grateful to have had some really great energy workers work on my body over the past almost 2 years. So, and I've also had some not great ones that I'd be more than happy to steer people away from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Grateful for that, grateful for all the spectrums that help us come into conscious awareness.
Yes,
absolutely.
Very much so. Here, let me learn that lesson for everybody, huh?
Yeah.
Let me sacrifice. I don't mind.
So, Shannon.
Yes, sir.
How would you like to watch a few-minute video about quantum healing and quantum manifestation by Dr. Joe Dispenza?
Yes,
and then
please.
Close out the podcast.
Yes, please. Please.
Sound good with you?
Yes.
Does anybody in the comments know or has ever read or listened to Dr. Joe Dispenza before? If not, you guys are in for a treat.
Yes.
He is a former doctor, I think psychologist. He got into a car accident, severed his spine, and then he self-regenerated his spine through quantum mental healing.
Yes.
And now he is a big testimony and speaker and educator on how to use the power of the mind to quantumly heal the being. So you guys enjoy this video. You guys can check him out anytime. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Oh, Rhonda's in the chat, my queen.
Hello.
I do. Good.
He hasn't even asked yet. No.
Barbara, no, I have not. I love learning. Okay,
Hey,
you guys.
Barb.
Yeah, you guys are gonna enjoy this. So I'll go ahead and play it, and then we'll be back afterwards.
This is a critical moment for people because I think people don't realize how powerful they really are. In this realm, in the quantum realm, there's no separation. There's nothing physical. There's nothing material. There's no matter. That's all taking place in three-dimensional reality. It's all energy. It's all frequency. It's all vibration. It's all information. It's all consciousness. It's all thought. That is that invisible field of energy.
Yes.
So, okay, that invisible field of energy, Einstein said, the field is the sole governing agency of the particle. He didn't say the particle controls the particle, he said the field controls the particle. So if I can change information in the field, I should be able to affect the particle, matter. So it turns out the atom is 99.99999% energy, information. There's nothing physical or material there, 0.00001 material, when the probability of us seeing the truth of reality is 0.
Wow.
And we are only seeing a small spectrum of frequency, the rainbow, visible light, bouncing off the most stable form of energy called matter, giving us this hologram, this illusion of separation. So if there was a way to create from the field instead of from matter and move closer to source and create from a place of wholeness and less from separation, I'd have to be able to get to the field. So then if where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and you develop the ability to take all of your attention off your body, all of your attention off all the people in your life, all the objects and things, your cell phone, your car, your house, whatever, all the relationships, all the people, all the places you need to go, the place you're sitting, the place you grew up, the place you sleep, the place you work, and nothing about the predictable future or the familiar past, and settle into the present moment, you would go from a somebody to a nobody. From a someone to a no one, from something to nothing, from somewhere to nowhere, from some time to no time. That is the moment you're pure consciousness. You would be disinvesting all of your attention, all of your energy out of this three-dimensional reality, out of the known, and placing it on the unknown. Now, let's demystify the process. Take away everything physical and material in the universe. Take away the Earth, take away the moon, take away all the planets, all the moons from the planets, take away the sun, the light from the sun, the stars, all the light from the stars, galaxies, take everything away. Wipe everything out, physical and material. What are you left with? Nothing. Turns out that nothing is filled with a lot of frequency and energy, and I don't know how to explain nothing to a materialist, but when you can linger in that place without a name, without a face, without a body weight, without a diet, without a disease, without a profession, without an identity in any way, without a past, and you can linger as pure consciousness, something really profound happens to the brain. Different compartments of the brain that have been modulated or compartmentalized or subdivided because of the stress hormones. You know, shift your attention from one person to another problem to another thing. That habituation fragments the brain. Brain becomes a house divided against itself, and you narrow your focus, you over-focus, you become obsessive about something. That's what we do in stress. It turns out if you open your awareness to nothing, the brain starts getting highly organized. Different compartments of the brain that were modulated start unifying. The brain starts firing this more holistic state, and the whole entire brain is resonating at the same frequency. Now, you get that brain going for that period of time like that, waves that are coherent start interfering with each other, and when they do, they create bigger amplitudes. The higher amplitude, the higher the energy in the brain. So now you have resonance in the brain, and the brain starts getting very mathematical, very organized, right? So that brain that's coherent, the entire brain is functioning as one neurological network. The two hemispheres are coming together, and there's this kind of psychic union called wholeness. Now that state of coherence, in moving out of the beta brainwave states into a slower brainwave state, produces electrical signals. And that electrical signal is the intention. That's the more clear your intention is, the more coherent the brain is, the stronger the signal. Okay, so if you decided to create from the field instead of from matter, and you were just pure consciousness, and I asked you to send the signal out from a coherent brain, and whatever that thing is that you wanted, we trained you how to do that, then you would be shimmering the entire vacuum, that entire void. You are that. You're not you any longer. You're the source, right? So if you're the source and you're sending the signal out, then you're touching the consciousness of everybody, of everyone, of everything, of everywhere, of every time. The entire field is becoming electric because of your intention. If you're source, why would you go anywhere to get anything? And so consciousness is coherent brain, and then the energy of the heart is love, and pure love is source. So if I asked you to fall in love with that future, and I asked you to draw the future to you with the magnetic field of the heart produces a magnetic field up to 3 meters wide. That's studied. So now, love is the glue that holds the atom together. Okay, if I get a coherent heart, the more coherent my heart is, the more energy in my heart, the more I can draw my future to me. So you send the signal out, you draw the experience to you, and now you don't go anywhere to get anything. When there's a vibrational match between your energy and some potential in the quantum field, when there's a match, you start seeing those synchronicities. You synchronize your energy to that possibility. And so you start seeing the coincidences and the synchronicities and the opportunities. I'm not talking about a parking space. This is a critical moment for people, because I think people don't realize how powerful they really are. When that event happens in their life, they will look back at every single betrayer, everything that happened in their past, and they won't care any longer. That's the moment their past no longer exists, because they're proving to themselves what they innately already know that they may have forgotten.
Which is
and
why?
That is that the creator of their life.
Please engage with this video by liking, commenting, and sharing. Subscribe to stay updated. For more amazing content, check out our next video.
Oof. That was so good.
Yeah, that hits me right in the feels. Right in
Dr.
the
Joe
feels.
Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza. You guys can check him out. He's all over.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah. That's
So I just want to share where people can connect with me and how you guys can access what I have available and things of that nature. So I do work one-on-one with these things like subconscious reprogramming, shadow work integration, helping you develop new patterns, routines from an outer perspective, as well as sound healing, Reiki, chakra balancing, inner child healing, trauma releasing, and Akashic records, soul, starseed, lineage connections, and also custom guided meditations. I do light language as well. So I offer all these things. I do card readings too. And you guys can contact me anytime. I do them online. I do them in person, local in Cincinnati, Ohio as well. And I also host retreats. And I have a community that you guys can join as well if you want to be in a community that's developing, building, expanding, putting together events, podcasts, and much more activities. So this is my link page. And my link page, I'll go ahead and put in the comments, then put it on the screen for you guys so you guys can see the link page, because it's a little tricky because it's got some periods in there. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you guys. So there it is right there. It's listen.to/sacredlight33. You got to add those periods in there. So when you look at this here, it's the link page itself. You have my healing services. You just click go to, and it'll take you to my services. I also do one-day home retreats as well for individuals and couples. And then you can look at all my retreat and event tickets that I have available by clicking get tickets right here. And you can register directly through that link right there. And then my YouTube channel, I have a YouTube broadcast network I produce for myself and many others. And then Facebook, Instagram, the Sacred Kingdom community is the international community that we are a part of. And you can contact and directly connect with all of our different sites and links through this link page. And then I also am a partner with a clinical grade organic reishi coffee. So that's my link page. You guys can check it out anytime. You guys can book services with me. You can reach out directly, ask questions. We can do a free consultation, sit down, talk about what you're experiencing, talk about your intentions, and see what resonates for you as well. But with that, that's me. That's who I am. Thank you, Shannon, for having me. And I'm going to kind of drop off and allow you to close out in the way you would like to. And I just want to say for everybody out there, process this all as you need, and also take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and know that not everything may be for you in this moment, and that's okay as well. But there is much within this episode that you guys can definitely take moments to process and possibly potentially integrate into your everyday life. And my experiences are just very relatable to all of you guys out there in this life. Yes. I'm sure a lot of us, if not our own self, have dealt with substance abuse, addictive behaviors, street life, prison, jail, all these different things. That used to be my life. I used to be in and out of jail. I used to be on many different substances. I used to drink alcohol a lot as well. And now I can gratefully say to this day, I do not drink alcohol. I have not done any powdered substances in over 4 to 5 years. And it's just not a part of me anymore. It's not something that I feel resonant with. I don't feel an impulse or a tendency to go back to anything of that nature. And it's all due to the subjects that we have talked about in this episode. So you guys enjoy the content and reach out if you have questions. And also just know that you can always start today, and you can start in this now moment, no matter how deep or how off you feel. Just know that you have the grace, you have the mercy, you have the free will to be able to make change today.
Yes.
And with that, thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Marcus. All right, guys, that was, 2 hours. I could literally go on and on and on for hours more. So much was touched upon, and, I'm going to be honest. A lot of it was what I actually needed to hear. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Rhonda. I'm just like everybody else. I have my own, shadows to make peace with, especially over the past almost 2 years. I've, very briefly touched on what I've gone through over the past 2 years, and I'm not even fully ready to speak about it yet. I'm not fully done healing. But what I am now integrating in my life is my diet choice. My life completely changed February 8th of 2024. And just like the man that Marcus just played the video of, I have also self-healed. I've seen doctors all over Ohio, some of the top specialists, the only traumatic brain injury doctor that is at OSU. And I was on 20 pharmaceuticals, 2 narcotics, and that was just to get me out of bed in the morning. My guides told me what I needed to do to heal, and everything that they told me that I needed to do to heal is what we discussed today, and then some. I've fully healed my internal physical body, as well as regulated my nervous system. I'm completely on my own with absolutely no knowledge of anything that we talked about today. It was just information given to me. So I can't speak enough about energy healing. Not too far from now, it's going to be our medical system. So yeah, I could literally just talk for hours. This is my entire life, my entire passion. It saved my life. I'm sitting here right now today because of energy healing. Had I not done the energy healing, had I not listened, had I not literally removed myself from self so that I could heal my physical body without the implications from my old self creeping in, I would not be here anymore. man, one day I will finally discuss what happened. Until then, just know that this is truly where you want to align yourself. I'm extremely grateful for Marcus. I was directly guided to Marcus, and we do share we share a home. So I highly recommend Marcus for anything that you need done, any kind of energy work that you need done. And if you're more comfortable, being in person, I can also recommend, in my opinion, masters of what they do. So yeah, there again, I could literally talk and not shut up. So I am now going to end this. If anybody has any questions, you can reach out to Marcus or myself. I fully intend on having him on again. And this really opened the doorway for what I really plan on structuring this podcast around. So I'm really glad you guys sat with us for 2 hours. Typically, we only do it for an hour. So, man, that was a powerful session. Give yourself some grace. Allow yourself some grace. Sit in silence, no matter how uncomfortable it gets. Watch what you put into your body, and that includes what you listen to, and watch what you let come out of your body, including your energy and the words that you use. And to be honest, that is a really good place to start, is with intention. So, man, all right. As much as I really hate to end this right now, I'm going to do that. So, all right, guys. No one told you today I love you. We are all just walking each other home. See ya.
(2023) Mother Gaia, third dimensional planet, ascending. Thank you from the Sacred Light Broadcast Network and Sacred Light Productions for tapping in and tuning in to all live and replay content, holistic, conscious, for your empowerment. Tap in to the Christ light within. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are the one that you have been looking for. Enjoy this content. If you would like to collaborate or receive production through myself, Marcus ChristoLight, direct message or email me at marcustut23@gmail.com to discuss details. Wholeness and balanced love. Ashe.